Mobsters, what's up? It's Dr. Jared here. We're going to talk about the overhead position, both for the athlete and just for the average Joe, people who just want to live without neck and shoulder pain. So the idea here is we're going to connect that with regionals. Okay, a lot of us who are operating out of the CrossFit gym have been watching regionals, and the central region, a big one for us with all the people that we follow, is coming up here over Memorial Day weekend. So we've seen this overhead squat where people are super narrow with that grip, and a lot of people who haven't had that experience are like, how is that even possible? Is that right? Well, obviously it is. If those guys are doing it, there's probably something to it. The big thing is the wider you go, the more deltoid or top of the shoulder cap that you're going to use, and then you're just wrenching through that, as opposed to getting locked in and having everything come down and through your shoulder blade into your thoracic spine, into your core, so everything's locked in and engaged instead of being held on just by a couple of small muscle groups. So we're going to look at that, but we're also going to look at the behind the neck press. A lot of people in my office have gotten the behind the neck press regardless of whether you work out or not. It's because we spend all day like this, and rarely do we get into a more overhead position, which we'll show here in just a second. But just realize, whether you're an athlete or not, the overhead position is something to attain and to refine, and hopefully to train for stability and strength over time. So we'll show these two variants. First one here, the important thing when I go behind the neck is to make sure that I lock out through my knees, my hips, and my stomach, so I'm not broken like so. I need to be locked out here, head in a solid position. A lot of times we'll see people in this position with their hands. I don't want that. I want to get my elbows underneath, press up and back, but make sure I'm not jutting forward like this. I stay nice and solid throughout so I can come up and back like so. Now that's just for anybody. This could be a broomstick, okay? It could be anything that you have around the house. It could be a mop. Who cares what it is? It just allows me to get into that overhead position. Now if I want to go to a narrow grip overhead squat, you just take this bar, pop it up and over in the same way. I'm going to reach back into the same position, hit this nice deep spot, kind of get comfy here. Come up and out. And I can train the same type of position for stability and strength so that it can go into my thruster, go into my jerk, go into my overhead squat, my snatch, any overhead position that'll transition to. Guys, hope that helps. Good luck.